Oklahoma City Thunder are one win away from the NBA Finals, and after getting embarrassed in Game 4, OKC responded exactly how a championship team is supposed to. The Thunder beat the Spurs 127 to 114 in Game 5 and now hold a 3-2 series lead in the Western Conference Finals. And honestly, this game felt over the moment OKC started playing like themselves again. SGA led the way with 32 points, completely controlled the pace of the game from start to finish. I mentioned in the last pregame that if he gets over 30, we'll probably end up winning this game. Every time San Antonio tried to make a push, SGA answered mid-range pull-ups, attacking switches, getting to the line, making the right reads, MVP level basketball, and the Thunder needed it most in this game. And I don't think this was just a Shai game. This was probably the best overall team win that I've seen OKC had all postseason. The biggest surprise of the night, of course, was Jared McCain. He stepped into the starting lineup ahead of J-Dub, who is out, and AJ, both sidelined. And in his first playoff start, McCain dropped 20 points, looked completely fearless. And it's insane for kind of practically a rookie to enter the Western Conference Finals and hit timely shots, space the floor that he's supposed to. And he gave OKC another offensive creator. And that's what I was mentioning. Who's going to be the guy that steps up? Is it going to be McCain? Is it going to be Caruso? Are we going to see someone else, maybe a Cason Wallace, try to fill in for that gap? And clearly McCain came to play. The Thunder needed someone like desperately as the injuries had piled up. McCain delivered in a massive way. And of course, we've got to talk about Alex Caruso, a two-time champion, probably on the way to his third championship. And also, he's going to definitely be Western Conference Finals MVP if they end up winning this series. This dude is one of the most important players on the roster. Caruso had 22 points off the bench, brought the energy on both ends. And I feel like every loose ball, every defensive rotation, momentum play, he was everywhere, and he's usually everywhere, especially come playoff time. And that's really what makes this Thunder team dangerous. It's not just one guy. We saw Kenrich Williams step in and make timely shots after not playing much this playoffs. Chet Holmgren quietly had a huge impactful night tonight, 16 points, 11 rebounds, and Hartenstein also completely controlled the glass alongside of him with 12 points and 15 rebounds. I feel like them two combined really mitigated what the Spurs were trying to do, and especially Wemby in the paint. OKC dominated physically in ways that we didn't see in Game 4, and this was kind of exactly the step-up game that we needed from the big guys, and it was a huge difference maker. I feel like the Thunder kind of got their identity back. They have to be the aggressor. They have to be the more physical team. I feel like that's really what's going to win this series, and it really helps us. Like, we have the faster pace, the better ball movement, the defensive pressure, the transition offense when we play more physical, attacking early in the shot clock. In Game 4, they looked hesitant, out of rhythm, specifically Chet Holmgren. In Game 5, Chet, played so just in rhythm and didn't look to hesitate at all. And they looked just like the better basketball team again. And we also have to remember OKC had just scored 82 total points in Game 4. And tonight they had 82 points before the third quarter was halfway over. I feel like that's a huge turnaround with practically the same roster. So clearly Mark Daigneault deserves a lot of credit here for the adjustments on the fly. Like, this wouldn't be possible if you didn't have a top 2 coach in the league, and the spacing was better. The pace was better. The pace was faster. The offense, I felt like, wasn't as stagnant. That was one of the issues that I had. We didn't have enough ball movement. And this time, we definitely did. They attacked a lot more mismatches instead of kind of settling for shots. And defensively, I felt like Victor Wembanyama's life was made miserable. He finished with 20 points on just 4 of 15 shooting. And if SGA did that, we'd be hearing, this over and over. And he even skipped out on even doing post-game interviews. I feel like that's kind of an interesting thing to do. He's still young, so I get it. I believe Ant-Man had similar issues after bad games, but Thunder threw multiple bodies at him all night. Chet battled him physically, and also I felt like it kind of embarrassed him that Chet kind of went at him the way he did, and he probably didn't expect that. And I feel like Hartenstein gave him no space, and the perimeter defense stayed attached to him when he was out there and forced him into just a bunch of difficult shots. And that's kind of exactly how you defend someone like Wembanyama. You're never really going to fully stop him, but as long as you can make him uncomfortable. And we can also mention Stephon Castle was pretty aggressive with 24 points, really solid defense on SGA tonight. He was just a little too aggressive, in my opinion. If he just scales that back a little bit, SGA has not been efficient at all, so there's no reason to get unnecessary fouls the way he's been doing. Julian Champagnie was probably the surprise player on their end tonight. 22 points. He was dropped by the 76ers, funnily enough, in the 2023 season for Mac McClung. So I feel like it's hilarious that Champagnie was also a 76er, and then McCain's, ex-76er, and they both have 20-point games in the Western Conference Finals. Of course, that's why Daryl Morey is no longer employed. I feel like San Antonio really never could recover after the OKC second quarter. I believe we dropped about 40 points in that quarter alone. And after that, it just felt like we never lost control of the match. And the Spurs did have a reason kind of to be frustrated in that third quarter. They had a couple missed opportunities and calls, I felt like. The referees just ended up missing them, right? Like the one off of Chet's foot, the fact that I believe their rookie coach kind of made a rookie mistake in not calling a timeout to get the play call reviewed by the referees. There were just small things, and I feel like we're just outclassing them on the court, off the court. And Cason Wallace, had that goaltend on the Luke Cornett tip. I saw that in real time and was kind of it was an up in the air type of call, and the coaches have to make the referees have to make a lot of judgment calls. But the Spurs coach was furious and even got hit with a technical foul trying to challenge the upcoming play. And I feel like after all of those things combined with the Thunder physicality of the game, San Antonio really only cut the lead, I believe, to single digits a few times in this game. And OKC, it felt like, always responded as they got close. And that really comes down to multiple runs in the playoffs and that championship composure that you kind of get only by getting to a game 7 and then, completing it. And that pressure has kind of shifted back to the Spurs. And we saw Wemby mention this going into game 4. They'll see what they're kind of made of. And that's pretty much how game 6 is going to be looking as well, except this is, even more pressure in the sense that this is an elimination game for them. This is the first time we'll see Wemby in elimination, and Thunder have a chance to kind of punch their ticket back to the NBA Finals. I believe if we get there, we should make pretty easy work of the Knicks. I know there's been a lot of noise, and Knicks are having a great playoff run and everything else. Yeah, the Thunder, I just feel like on all other levels are more equipped to handle the Knicks than maybe Knicks fans would probably like to admit. And now we're just one game from representing the Western Conference again. And I feel like the scary part is no one is even thinking about the fact that J-Dub is not on the court yet. He's definitely going to return at some point. And if he does return in game 6, I feel like the series is definitely over. I still do think the Spurs can, muster up some semblance of maybe winning that game, but Knicks are waiting for us. And as a Thunder fan, we have to finish the job, because if the Spurs get even another opportunity in game 7, we can't let them hang around. You don't play with your food. You get it done, and you play fast, aggressive, physical, and confident, just like we did tonight. And the series will end on Thursday. Let me know what you guys think as far as your biggest takeaways of game 5. I'd love to hear in the comments. Was it Shai's dominance that you thought, getting to the line and, getting to that 30-point mark? Did you guys think it was a combination of Jared McCain stepping up or the Thunder defense locking in on Wemby? I feel like it's a good all-around effort. And make sure you guys subscribe, and turn on post notifications for more Thunder coverage all postseason long. And the Thunder are one win away from the NBA Finals. I am so excited, man.